Hi, this is Neil Cole from Conversion Uplift, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Path Exploration Report, which is a really useful report which allows you to analyze different user journeys in terms of how users begin a journey or how they end a journey. So first of all, we need to go to the Explore section in the GA4 console. So we click on Explore, and then normally for your first report, you'd click on a Path Exploration Report. But here we're going to click on existing report just to speed things up, because I've got some segments I've already created, which I can talk to you about. So you will see this though, when you start, when you click on the icon, you will just see some random events in the report. The key thing is that we can start over and build our own analysis. First of all, we need to think about the time period, so that's important. And then the segments. Now you can use the segments to basically focus on a specific number of users. So this could be a campaign, it could be a source of traffic, maybe it could be returning users, first visit users, and so forth. Now, for instance, the returning users, I've created a segment here. I click on edit and show you that I chose session start, so that's all users, but then I use the exclude here of first visits to basically so that I can focus on just returning users. So we know they're not first visits, so they must be returning users. Okay, I've also got first visit, which is an event in GA4. I've got desktop and mobile and so forth, paid traffic. So I can basically experiment and look at different segments. Great. In terms of dimensions, you also need to think about these. So I've got here things like country, device category, which is good. So this is more for the breakdown analysis, which at the moment we've got device category selected. So I'll take that out. And then in terms of metrics, which is the value, I've got total users selected here. Often it's active users, or I think event count is the default. I generally find event count to generate. I want to focus on unique visitors, which is total users. But obviously, sometimes, depending on your analysis, event count may be more relevant. Right. Okay. So that's that. So we can then start to look at our analysis, and what we want to do is look at either the starting point or the end point. Now, for a conversion event, I would generally start at the endpoint, because we know what the conversion event is, and we want to understand the different user journeys towards that endpoint. So we just click on this, we choose an event name because it's a conversion event. If it's in a list here, you can click on it, but in this instance it's not, so we click on the search icon, and we want to look for the confirmation page. Here we go, for this contact us submission. Okay. So that's our conversion event in this instance. You may have purchases if it's a transactional website, or you may have PDF downloads and so forth. There's various objectives of the website. So we've got here contacts form submission, so that's great. So we know those users submitted it. We can then use the page paths to see the path page that they were on before they submitted the form, which is everyone expected to contact us. Then we can click on contact us to go back a further step. So the interesting thing here is that it's actually most users that go to the contact us form, or at least around half of them, are coming from the home page. So that's interesting. But we also see quite a few other pages, so we can click on plus more, and we'll actually show up the other pages. So they are different blog posts essentially on the whole that are also driving traffic. So that's interesting. So we've got a mixture, but we might want to go and see, are these homepage visitors coming from another page, or did they land on the site? And it looks like most of them did land on the site, on the homepage. So that tells us something useful, that visitors that land on the homepage are more likely to go to the contact us form than users on blog pages, although we've got a fair number. It's just lots of different blog posts. So that's the journey that we've examine. You can click on any of these different journeys to explore the previous steps. So that's the really good thing about this. It's a, very much a dynamic report. We could look at breakdown, as I've already mentioned. So we could look at the dimension that's of interest to us. I think device category could be useful to look at. And what will appear in the left-hand, bottom of the left hand here are the different device categories in a second. And then you just hover over them to see, in this instance, you can see most of our traffic and conversions are coming from desktop because it's a business site, but there's a few, relatively few from mobile, very few. Okay. And in terms of node filters, this is quite a good one to consider, because if we don't want we want to exclude events or page paths that we're not interested in, you can right click on a page path. So for instance, contact us. If we don't want to, we want to exclude users that here it says when they selected, they came from the contact us page or from all paths. Obviously, just only selected this one, I think, would be relevant in this instance. But if it was an event like a page load speed, you might want to exclude them from all paths, because it's not a true interaction. It's just an event that's fired by GTM. Okay, so that's the analysis of a conversion event. Now, to speed things up, you can then duplicate your you can duplicate the path exploration report into another tab by clicking that, which I've done earlier. So it means you can use your existing analysis if you want to retain what you've already got. Okay, in this instance, I started at the beginning and I clicked on the most popular page on our website, which is the Z-score in the glossary of conversion marketing. And we've got page path as the second event. So this tells us that users on that page were most likely, if they're going to click on a link to another page, to go to the confidence level page. Now that's interesting because we added a number of internal links to the glossary page for Z-score to encourage users to go and explore related terms. And it's obviously working to some extent, although the numbers are relatively low. You can also click on this to see which of the other pages are going to. There seems to be quite a few going to the privacy page, and then you've got lots of different, these are mainly blog posts, but there are some other glossary pages as well. They're going to, and you've got 11 more. So if we wanted to explore to see if they went to any other pages after that, we can see that some did click on another link and they went back to the Z-score page. So they obviously just generally clicked on the one link in that instance. Now, this is the central limit theorem. So it's interesting, quite a few went on that. What did they do? They also went back to Z-score, about most of them actually, or the couple went to the new page balance things, and one user went to the confidence level page. So we can explore different journeys. And as I said earlier, I think using things like campaign as a segment can help you understand the success or failure of different campaigns in terms of encouraging a set journey, towards an objective such as a conversion event. So that is today's video. I hope you found that useful, and I will be doing more shortly.